Hey, Yasharala, thank you so much for your message and your question. So all I got to say is that the deception was real. They meant to confuse us. They meant for us to never be able to find our way back to his name. And the truth is that in the original text, there was no E. There was no W. So Yahweh is not how it's pronounced. It's the original tetragrammaton, those four characters, Yad, He, Wow, He, are pronounced E-A-U-A. Yahuwah, Yahuwah, Yahuwah. That's we pronounce it Yahuwah because those are the sounds that are in English reflect those characters in ancient Paleo Hebrew. So the name Yahweh is not accurate. It's Yahuwah. That's how you pronounce it. And then Elohim, man, that word is so loaded. I used to call on that name, and that name actually represents a group of deities that are not the Father. That El, it's not the Father. And so I'm going to invite you to go to the truthbookmarks.com, and download your bookmarks, and you'll be able to see the actual names and the way that they are actually pronounced, the original names, not the ones that we were programmed with, even the ones that we thought were the names. They aren't the names. Elohim, El Elyon, El Shaddai, those are not the names. And I called on El Shaddai, the Father who is more than enough forever. And those are not his names. So anything with an E is not accurate. So we get to unlearn what we've been programmed to believe. We get to align with the true design and really get clear about his name and speak it and say it out loud. All the names that, not all of them, because I realize now after I created it, there's a few names that were left off, and I'll update the bookmarks. But I do want you to begin the study with me. Let's go deeper. Let's take the bookmarks and let's begin to go deeper. I'll probably, maybe Thursday or Friday of this week, I'll sit down and actually open up the truth scriptures and open up the King James and a bunch of other translations, and we can walk it out and study it so that we can know that we know, and we can study to show ourselves approved and rightly divide the word of truth, because we deserve to be able to call on the name of the Father and get results, and know that we are not being in any way dishonoring our master creator, the almighty Yahuwah, who is the lover of our souls, who created us to be powerhouses, but we can't access his power if we don't know his name. All right, thanks for your question. May you be blessed. May you be empowered. That's the correct word. So one thing I want to just say, if you haven't seen any of the other videos, everything that the Father created, they created a counterfeit for, so that it would disconnect us from the power. It would cause us to violate his laws, his rules, his set apart times. Everything that he told us to do, they created a counterfeit for, so that we would be violating him at every turn. And the most important one is not knowing his name. So you be empowered and take good care. If you want more details and more scripture references, go to www.promotethetruth.com. And you can also get the Brit Hadash, which is a New Testament that was translated last year. It's the most accurate translation ever. You can go there, and they translated from the original Hebrew scrolls, the ancient Paleo Hebrew scrolls, the Peshitta, along with the Dead Sea Scrolls. They went all the way back. And they're in the process right now of translating the Old Testament, the Tanakh, and it should be finished by the end of spring. And right now their website, actually their YouTube channel, they're going live regularly and going line by line, so that you can actually learn what the actual word says, because they intended for us to miss it, and we're not going to miss it anymore. All right, you take good care, be empowered, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe or follow. Bye-bye.